morning, everyone. I hope you all are having a fantastic day. Here is day 2 of me being behind on videos, but don't worry, this will be up. Today is Throwback Thursday. So if this is your first time here, hi, my name is Carrington. Not your first time here, hi, welcome back. If you enjoy all things makeup, testing out new makeup, old makeup, true crimes, book reviews, definitely go ahead, hit that subscribe button, click the little bell to be notified of all my future uploads, and let's dive on into Throwback Thursday. In today's Throwback Thursday, if you don't know what Throwback Thursday is, there are products in my collection that are older to the market. Maybe people aren't as interested in them. I personally love all makeup, so old makeup, new makeup, whatever is all good with me. So in today's Throwback Thursday, we're gonna be using the Glamlite ICE-CREAM DREAM palette. I bought this and literally have not used this, but it is stunning. This is such a beautiful palette. Like, I'm just looking at this and just like, wow, this is such a good palette. This is such a good palette. It's beautiful. So we're gonna be using this today, creating a look, just chit-chatting, Throwback Thursday style. So if you guys enjoy this type of content, definitely give this video a thumbs up. If you enjoy this, I try to do this every Thursday, then definitely hit that subscribe button, click the little bell to be notified of all my future uploads. But let's get into creating a look. We are zoomed in, ready to rock and roll. I want to do something a little bit pinky purple. So I want to start off with this shade right here called the Mochi. I'll go with Mochi. Not a lot of kick up in the pan, coats the brush, and so we're just going to start focusing that in a transition area. I did prime my eyelids with a white eye base to maybe help it show up more. Wow. I mean, definitely going to take some building for sure. So how is everyone's day going? Truthfully, how is it going? I will say we are struggling right now in terms of like the dogs. It's a struggle bus. And what I mean by that is 2 of them got like really, really bad like diarrhea. And so we took them to the vet and they like checked them over. They did like a fecal exam, nothing in there. So they think that, like, knowing them, they probably did, like, ate something like a stick or something, but like it's not like intestinal blockage or anything like that. It's just hurting their stomach. So we're having to give them like chicken and rice and like vegetables in it, like a very just like bland diet. And they are not having it. And well, okay, it's actually beef because Duke's allergic to chicken. Yep, he's allergic to chicken. So the other ones can have chicken, but he can't. So mainly it's just like beef. And we have beef because we just had a cow butchered and we turned half of it into just like ground beef. So we have like a deep freeze just like literally loaded full of ground beef. So we got plenty of that. And then we've got like 2 other freezers full of like other kinds of meat that we got processed. And so like they're doing fine with that. Like, it's not like they don't, but like it's a lot of food. So Tommy gets like six cups of it a day. He gets 3 in the morning, 3 at night. Duke gets 5 and Daisy gets 4. This is what the vet said to give them. But then they were still acting like super hungry, so we like upped it to like 8, 7, and 5. I just don't think they care for it. Like, they just act like they're starving. They're not losing any weight at all. And their poops are much better, but they're used to like the 30-20 dog food, which is like high in like fat and protein, because like they're constantly like running around like chickens with their heads cut off. And on days that like I work, I have somebody come in and like take them for a walk or a run. Like Tommy just goes for like a walk, and Daisy kind of like walks, runs, and then Duke will go for like an actual run. So I have somebody come in on like the days that like we're at work all day and spend about an hour with each of them, get them like really nice and like tired out. But So that's like doing tons better, but our vet's like, just keep them on it for a little bit longer. Because knowing them, they're probably going to eat something else. Like, they will. So next shade I'm going to go into is Honey Lavender. Which is, I mean, like, if you like them, that's believable. They eat everything. Or try to anyways. Not so much Daisy. Daisy just, Duke and Tommy try to eat literally everything they can. Everything they can put in their mouth, they're trying. This is really beautiful. I really like it mixed in with the pink. It looks nice. But anyways, okay, so that's what's going on right now with them. My son literally just turned 7. I can't even believe it. Like, my big dude is like, oh, like all grown, like, I don't know, I feel like they're like all grown up now. Like, they're not, but like, it just feels like it. They want a computer. My kids keep asking me for a computer. So that way they can play Minecraft. Like, literally, they're just like, Mom, can you buy a computer for the house so we can play Minecraft? Even though they have like Minecraft on like their Kindles. I don't know. Like, they just keep asking for a computer so they can play Minecraft. And then my son will be like, hey Mom, did you know you can get Minecraft for your phone? And I'm just like, I don't want Minecraft for my phone. And he's like, yeah, but like, I could play it on your phone for you. And I was like, listen, kid, it's a great plan. It's the best plan ever. No, but no. All right, so now let's go into the shade right here. Yes, we'll go, yeah. Let's go, no, yes. I keep changing my mind. Let's go in with Raspberry. Let's go ahead, we'll do it. In a way, this palette, in a way, kind of reminds me of like the Glamlite Michaela palette, just like more pastel, and not as many neutrals. Like, it does have some neutral shades, but like not as many as like the Michaela palette, but still so good. Yeah. These are definitely like very light kind of shades. Like, even that raspberry one, like in the pan, looks like it's going to be like a lot deeper and darker than what it's coming off, especially like I'm layering it, so that's interesting. Can I just say, like, I love my full-time job. Like, I work 3 jobs. I work a PRN job, a part-time job, although my PRN job is like a part-time job because I'm there like once to 3 times a week, so there's that. But like, my full-time job is seriously the best. Today, like when you're seeing this, we woke up and like the roads like didn't look bad, right? But literally when it was like a sheet of ice, like the whole thing was just like a sheet of ice. And I had messaged my like team lead and my boss. I'm gonna go in now with like this shade right here called Black Cherry on the outer corner. And I was like, these roads like really don't look very good. I was like, can you tell me what the roads are like? I was like, I don't want to get out if they're bad. And one of my coworkers was just like, yeah, the roads actually really aren't good. There's a lot of wrecks. So I'm just like gonna stay home. And I was like, okay. So then my team lead kind of lives kind of close to where I am. And so I was like, hey, like if you're going into work and want to come get me, let me know. And then she was like, yeah, I'm not going in either. And so I was just like, okay. And they're like, yeah, you can either use PTO today, or if you want to make up your hours like at other times, like over the weekend or whatever, you can go ahead and do that. Like, you don't have to get out. I am so used to working at like jobs where it didn't matter if you, like, I live like 45 minutes away from where any of my jobs are. And it's like, oh, and it could take you anywhere from like 2 to 3 hours, depending on like, you know, the roads and stuff. And they'll be like, well, just make sure you plan early. Make sure you leave early. Make sure you give yourself plenty of time. We'll still expect to see you here at 7 a.m. I'm just It's like, oh my gosh. But this job's just like, yeah, you know, stay safe, use PTO if you need it, or make up your hours, which I plan on making up my hours. But like tomorrow, if the roads are good, I'm going to go in and probably work from like 8 a.m. to like 8 p.m. And then I'll probably work like a couple hours on Saturday and a couple hours on like Sunday. That's what I plan on doing. But I just love that. Like, to me, like, it's incredible. Now I'm going to glitter prime my eyes with my NYX Glitter Glue. As always, my tried, my true. And this is where things are going to get a little bit hairy. It's a little bit hairy. I'm just going to do one at a time. But I really want to do like this, like this, like, it's the blue. I'll go in with the blue. Do I want to do blue or this? We're doing green. So, ma'am, excuse me? This is wild. This is beautiful. Oh my gosh. I love this. I love this so much. Oh. I didn't know I needed this color, and then it happened. Oh my beautiful honey. We'll just start marrying the middle kind of together. Oh my gosh. Seriously, this is so beautiful. And then I'll take that one like light shade here and just make sure everything is like worked in together. I love that. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do the other eye. But like, do you guys like just, I don't know, like all my life I've just always worked at jobs where it's like you better come in no matter what. Like one time I had just started a job. Oh, okay, let me just like, I had just started a job. And my son, I had gotten off, it was like 11:30 at night. I had just gotten off work. And when I got home, my husband was like, I think Holden, who's my son, may need to go to the hospital. And, you know, my daughter was really young too. And we didn't want to get them both out. I was late, and I went in, checked on him, and he was breathing kind of funny. I gave him a breathing treatment because he does have asthma. It just didn't get any better. So, and this, like, it finally got to the point where, like, you know, I was trying to do some stuff here at home where my son was, like, begging me to take him to the hospital. And, like, my son does not beg to, like, go to the hospital. And so I took him to the hospital, and they were like, yeah, he needs to be admitted. His OSATs, like, aren't staying above 90. And I was like, okay. So they admitted him, and I basically was up like all night with him in the ER until I finally got him up to a room. I got like a few hours of sleep, and then I had like let like my boss know. My boss was like, yeah, you know, that really sucks. You're still kind of a new employee though, so we do need you to show up to your shift, especially because we don't really have anybody else. And I was just like, oh dang, okay. And so like I had to like have like grandparents watch my daughter, and then my husband had to come up and stay with him while I went to work that night, the next night. And now I'm at a job where I was like there. I had just, I was just starting. Yeah, I had just passed my real estate exam, and I was just kind of in the middle of training. And we thought my daughter had broken her arm, or like she had fallen, and so my husband was like, I think she may have like broken her arm. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, are you taking her to like urgent care? Are you taking her to the hospital? Like, what are you doing? And like texting like back and forth, and like obviously your jobs don't want you like on your phone. And so like one of my like teammates, like, well, management position teams, was like, hey, what's going on? And I was like, well, I think my daughter like fell and like broke her arm, and so now we're trying to figure out if we should take her to like urgent care, or if my husband should take her to like the doctor. And I was like, I'm really sorry, I'll be off my phone here in a second. I just want to make sure that they're squared away. And they were like, okay, well, you can just go ahead and leave. like, have a nice day. And I thought I was in trouble for being on my phone. I was like, yeah, no, I will 100% get off my phone. I just want to make sure that they are going somewhere. And since they're on my insurance now, I want to make sure that they're, you know, going to someone that's within network. And they were like, no, it's not about your phone. Like, your kid may have broke their arm. Like, go be with your kid. Your work will be here when you get back. It's just like incredible. Like, when you go from like having a place where it's like, we need a body, we need you no matter what, to a place where it's like, we'll be here when you get back. It's incredible. All right, it's incredible. Let me know which kind of job you currently work at. Let me know. Or if you have a similar story where you went from some place where your kid could be in the hospital and you still had to report to work, whereas now you may work at a place where it's like they like care about you so much as a person. Let me know all that down below. But I'm gonna go do some more of the rest of my face off of camera. We will come back to the lower lash line, inner corner, and then kind of talk about my thoughts on this palette. All right, so we are back. So we can do the lower lash line. I think I want to do something kind of like more green, kind of. So I want to take this right here. You can see it. This right here, this mint chocolate. And we're just gonna like smoke that to the heavens under the eyes. Like it just kind of disappeared. It just blended out into nothing. Maybe not like as in love with this mint. Like, I was really in love with this shade, and now I'm like, this shade sucks. Okay, let's try this shade right here called Green Tea. Let's see what happens there. Shall we? OMG. Okay, well, this is not turning out how I had expected. Oh, great. Now it's like all... Jesus. Now it's like all up in my... on my nose. Okay. You know what? The two shades I was most excited about. We're just going to go into the shade right here called French Vanilla. Okay? That's going to go in our inner corner. Yes. Heidi ho. Heidi ho, Manamo. Alright, not exactly what I was envisioning, but I'm gonna go ahead, go do the rest of my makeup, finish up my makeup, come back so I can give you guys some of my thoughts on this palette. Alright, so I am back and we are completed with the whole entire look. Let me know what you think, but let's go ahead and let's dive on into my final thoughts on this palette. Now, I've only played with a few shades, so I can't speak for the whole palette. The shades that I used were okay. They are definitely, well, I don't necessarily want to say that. These two shades were pastels, so I expected them to be light and needed to be built up. This shade right here, I expected it to be a lot darker and more impactful, and it wasn't, and again, had that like pastel kind of feel to it. This shade was alright as well, but as you can tell, in the pan, it's definitely more like purpley and dark, and here it's definitely like light and pink. The shimmer, the birthday cake shimmer, right here, I mean beautiful. Like, I love that. And then this right here, the French Vanilla that I use in my inner corner, again, beautiful. I think the shimmers are the really like the standouts of this palette. I think I would have to play around with this a little bit more, but upon first impression, I don't think this is a palette you need to run out and get. I think if you ever got it like on sale or it came in like a mystery box, like say, or like some of their boxes that they have, they put like different palettes in there. If that was ever in there, I would say that would be a good box to get and like to go ahead and purchase it because you get it at such a deeply discounted rate. So I feel like that would be worth it, especially if you're interested in the other palettes. Don't just run out and buy the whole box just for this one palette. If you're interested in the other palettes as well. But just like buying this standalone on itself, you know, no, I don't think it's necessarily revolutionary. I just don't think like the shadows are like as pigmented, especially for how they appear in the pan. And the shimmers though are stand out. So if you're like, well, I think I just want it for the shimmers, okay, like I can't be mad at you. Like those are good shimmers. So just upon first impression, you know, it's a decent palette. It's all right. It's not bad. The look I created was fun. But definitely not one I would use every day, not one I would gravitate towards a lot. period, and I was really excited about this just because it looked so beautiful. Whoa, so beautiful, and I thought the quality would be a lot like the Michaela one, and like in a way it is. Like the shimmers are very beautiful, very similar to like the Michaela formula. Just the mattes aren't really that great, aren't really that much to write home about, especially compared to like some of their other palettes. So I would say either get this deeply discounted, get this if they put it in a box with other palettes you're interested in, something like that, but I probably wouldn't pay full price for this. But that is it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you enjoyed this video, then definitely give it a thumbs up. So definitely subscribe and click that button, that bell button, if you are interested in more videos like these. And I will see you all in my next one. Bye!